Hello. Hi, everybody. Who have we got? Hello, love. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you. Oh, got some sunshine back. Yay. Hello, John. Yes, I'm fine. I'm very good. You've been out running, John. How's it going? Oh, I've had an entire day in front of the computer. Hello, Tracy. Good to see you. I feel like my eyes are going square. Sunshine is so hot, my sallad's cook on my plate. Oh, it's not that hot. I'm getting on really well with New Club. I'm glad, John. I'm really glad. Well, we're getting it much better than they are in Europe, aren't they? I mean, I think Britain is the new Spain and Spain is the new Africa. It's fairly brutal, isn't it? Hello, Karen. Great to see you. Right. Well, we've got some questions in the chat already, so we better crack in. So we've got Sarah. Sarah put her question in at 5:30. Wow, cool. All right, Sarah. So Sarah wants to know if she's going to move to the South Coast soon. Okay. So Sarah, what I normally try and do is reword yes/no questions. So what we're going to do is we are going to, let's ask, Sarah wants to move to the South Coast soon. What does she need to know? Okay. Sarah wants to move to the South Coast soon. What does she need to know? Okay. Well, you have got the King of Cups, Sarah, which is telling you that, you know what, I don't think it's impossible, but what you are doing in the name of that is going to be really pivotal, because this is all about I'm taking responsibility. So I understand what's going on. I understand myself in the equation. So, you know, I'm gonna punt on probably a not really soon. No, because this is a sort of a yes but card, and what it tells you is that there's stuff in play that you are that you're involved in. It's not a criticism at all, but it's saying, you know, your emotional responses and what you do and how you navigate the situation regarding the move is playing a big part on whether you're going to move or not. So I would say the answer is probably not. But I tell you what I will do, as you posted your questions so quickly, let's ask, if you want to move sooner, what should you do? Because I think that's for me, looks like you're in the way a bit, Sarah. So let me ask, if you want to move sooner, what should Sarah do? So the Nine of Cups is wishes granted card. So wishes granted here means you've got to really, really want it, and you've got to really, really focus on it, and you've got to feel it, and you've got to do it. So this is a lot more dynamic in energy than maybe the King, who is saying, well, you know, I have to be responsible and I have to do this, and it's a little bit more cautious in its answer to your question. If If you want to make it happen, you've got to set it as your goal, say you want to do it, and just kind of just plow on and do it. It doesn't, my initial feeling was right. It's certainly possible. You've just got to want it enough, I think. All right, cool. Hope that helps. And what have we got here? We've got love. Hello, love. Let's see. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. What is the reason in the delay I have not met my future spouse? I want to work on. Okay. All right, well, let's conglomerate that. Conglomerate. Let's say love wants to meet their future spouse. What is their next step in making that happen? Because I can't ask what's blocking you, or all right, then in response to what's blocking him. I don't know if you're male or female, but what's blocking them? Okay, so we're going to take guidance for love about what's in the way about meeting the future spouse, and we're going to have intrinsic in the answer what they need to address in that energy. And that's really interesting, love, isn't it? You've got the Two of Wands. So on some level, there is a crossroads here that has not been taken. And there are decisions here which need to be made and committed to. And on some level, there is, because the two is called dominion, isn't it, love? I think you read some tarot, so you know what the two of Wands is talking about. It's the gateway card. So what it means is that it's like you've got to walk through that gate and go through, decide which way you're going to go. And on some level, they're saying that hasn't happened. There is a decision yet. You haven't marched down the road towards it. And you've got to decide where you're going to put your energy and what you're going to focus on and how you're going to make it happen. And it's Dominion is like it's a card of commitment. And it's almost like a little mini lover's card, isn't it? Because it's willpower in motion, because we're in Wands, and it's making those choices of commitment that it's like, I'm just that's what I'm doing. So I don't know, love, does that resonate with you at all, or do you think that's just horribly unfair? But tell me what you think, and whether you think that has some basis that resonates with you. Let's get some feedback on that. Okay. Hello, Karine. All right. What else have we got? Natalie. Okay. So anything new for me on the work front? All right. Okay, hold on. So what should Natalie prepare for regarding finding something new in the way she's describing in her work area? Well, we've got the Four of Wands, which is sort of telling you that this is a bit of a plateau here at the moment, Natalie, and it's not looking like it's going anywhere really. Now, it's not because you're stuck, and it's not because there's anything bad going on at all. It just is a little bit of it's just, if you look at the card, it's like we've got this bell tent here, we've got this fire burning under control, everything has reached a point of stabilization. The Four of Wands is a milestone, so it's sort of, you've got to a place, got to this place, and this is not a bad place. It's not terrible. It's just not a place to stay forever. But at the moment, it looks like this is where it's staying. So I'm going to say right now, probably not. Now, if I go really tight on tarot theory for you, Natalie, it tells you that in order to work through that and get to where you want to go, you're going to have to deal with some conflicts. So what we've got conflicting energies at play, because the next one from the Four is the Five, right? So you're going to have to really either deal with your own conflicts on what you think's possible, or your own internal conflicts about the risk of moving. Whatever those conflicts are, you've got to fight your way through, Natalie. Then you can break that plateau and move on through the Five into the Six, which is, yay, success. So, Natalie, right now, things have become stabilized, probably in a way that you do need to look at addressing. And that's what needs to happen next. But I don't think anything's going to shift on its own right now. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I hope that helps. John, I am planning to join them for Wednesday one too. Lovely. Oh, that's really good. I hope you enjoy. Wish I could run. John, I am not a runner. I was not a runner when I was a child, and I'm not a runner now. I can't breathe properly. It's a real nightmare. I was always the kid at the back going, very annoying. I'm not built for speed, John, is what it boils down to. Devansha, hello, sweetie. How are you? What is coming towards me? I say, that sounds vaguely threatening, doesn't it? What is coming towards me? All right, let's have a look. What should Devansha prepare for next? Well, that's really nice. So the Queen of Wands, one of Janice's favorite cards, you won't be surprised to hear. Queen of Wands is the Queen of Fire. So it is a time of some confidence, Devansha. And I think you're going to be moving into a pretty proactive situation. And I think you should lean into that. So over the next week, it's really important that you lean in and you are proactive and you are not shy of being seen or being upfront or being fabulous. Got to be fabulous, Devansha. And that will work brilliantly for you. Do not feel the need to hide your light under a bushel, because this is it's a good energy, and if you can lean into it, it will work out nicely for you. You can tell me next week how that has worked out. So I think what it means is that you're going to feel really capable this next week. You're going to feel really capable, really sort of on it, really down to earth. You can get everything done. It's a really nice, proactive, confident energy. Really good. I like that. That is a nice energy. Okay, we've got Stephanie Lagarde. Can I have a message from the guides? You can, sweetie. Okay. Hello, Mandy. Hello, Marin. Stephanie. Okay, can Stephanie have a message from her guides? Okay. All right. So this is your message, Stephanie. Now, I know this looks scary, but in fact, it's quite the opposite. So what it's telling you is that you are probably focusing too much on the worst case scenario. This is very anxious. There's a lot of anxiety in here, and that anxiety is not based on reality. It's a mind thing. It's called the nightmare card. It's that thing where something wakes us up at 4 o'clock in the morning and we're going, oh my God, and it's like sort of Damocles hanging over our head. They want you to know it's not true. They want you to know that whatever it is you're really anxious about, that worst case scenario that is causing you that mental challenge, that discomfort, that's not true. It isn't going to happen. It's just you running horror movies in your head. And there is an invitation inherent in this card. And the invitation is, we always have a choice, Stephanie. And sometimes we think that this is protective. I know that sounds really counterintuitive, but we do. We go into the worst case scenario because what we're trying to do is prepare ourselves for something awful so it doesn't take us by surprise. So you need to know it isn't going to take you by surprise because it isn't going to happen. So therefore, why don't you run the other movie? So if this is the horror movie, Stephanie, why don't you run the rom-com version? You know, the one with, I'm showing my age here, the one with Tom Hanks, or one of them, one of the romantic leads where it all comes right in the end. And even though it feels like it goes to the edge, it just all works out magically. Stephanie, that's what your guides want you to look at. What if it all works out? Don't be anxious. That picture you've got, not going to happen. It's not real. It's just a horror movie. Hold on. Okay. Hope that helps, sweetie. What have we got here? We've got Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Good to see you again. What's coming up for me in the near future? So let's ask about the next week, shall we, Mandy? So what should Mandy prepare for this coming week? Let's have a look. What should Mandy prepare for this coming week? Oh, another King of Cups. We've already had this evening. So the King of Cups is where you are kind of taking the responsible position emotionally. And it's really taking an overview of how you feel, what's happening emotionally, what other people are doing emotionally, and how you are in a position of feeling that you can help or you can understand. The King of Cups is the counselor look. So it's very much, he's taking an overview. He's taking an objective overview without getting boiled, without getting all embroiled in it. right? So he's not getting embroiled, but what he is doing is he's stepped back and going, okay, what's actually going on here? How do I actually feel? How do they actually feel? What are we going to do about this? How are we going to work it out? It's really taking responsibility and stepping into that thing where it goes, okay, I need to take control of my emotional world this week. That's really important. And that is how you will get the best out of the week, Mandy. Okay? Because that's important. So whatever happens this week, what they're telling you is you need to be in charge of your response to it. And okay, you need to be in charge of your response to it and not go into anxiety. Not imagine the worst case scenario. That's kind of what I want to say. So it's going to be fine. Just keep a hand on the emotional tiller, Mandy, and don't let yourself be pivoted off into any spiraling or anything that's negative, because it won't help. Good. Right. We have got Maren. Hello, Maren. Lovely to see you. I will certainly give you a general guidance card. I certainly do have time. Okay, so what is Maren's guidance? So this is the Fool. Now this is a really interesting one as a guidance card, because it's actually, it's kind of annoying, Maren, as a guidance card. Now what the normal course of events is saying, just do it, just jump, just make a leap of faith. And that is what the by the book guidance would be on the Fool. But I think we probably need to just also add in the small print that what it's telling you is it's a leap of faith, it is a jump. There are no guarantees, but what's most important is that you trust yourself and you know that you can handle whatever comes up. So it's not a terrible thing to jump. It's if there is something that you need to just take a leap into and just make a decision and just do it, okay? Don't overthink it, just do it. However, it's not telling you everything will be perfect. It really isn't. But it is telling you that A, you'll learn stuff from it. B, it will take you somewhere. And that's a really good thing. The journey that it takes you on is a really good thing, because you learn, you get experiences, and it's okay. It's not promising a smooth ride, but it is inviting you. It's inviting you to jump so that you can see what it's like, and you can, in that leap of faith. I have a poster on my on Gus the Bus's wall that is the Fool, and it said, "Take a leap of faith. You'll either land somewhere new, or you'll learn how to fly." I like that. Jeff, on the other hand, my very northern husband, said, "Oh, you might just fall and break your leg." Which is, I don't know is anybody here married to a northerner? They sure do strip the mystical out of things. He's right. He's absolutely right. But you know what? It'll be fine. You'll mend. You'll learn how to land is what you'll learn. I hope that's okay, Maren. just take a jump. Whatever it is this week that is going to require you to take a jump, take a jump. You'll figure it out. It'll be okay. It's good. Okay. Love is, love your female. Do you know, that's fine, sweetie. But I never like to assume, you see. But thank you. You're a she, her. I won't call you they anymore, unless you'd like me to. So love, yes, it resonates, but we did ask specifically, didn't we? We asked specifically about your love life. So as we asked specifically about your love life, I would say it is personal. But you know what, love, there's a very interesting thing that happens in people's energies all the time. And it even came up today in some readings I was doing for clients. The energy of your love life and your career, they're either polar opposites, and you're really strong in one and really crap in the other, or they're mirror images of each other. They're very rarely sort of a bit different. They're either polar opposites apart, or they're mirror images. So if you're confused about whether it's career or personal, you can probably apply it to both, because they often do ricochet back on each other. So it's not out of the ballpark that it could refer to both, but it is definitely referring to personal. Definitely. Okay. Hello, P. Very nice to see you. I am fine, darling. Thank you. Prabha. Prabha, is that how I pronounce your name? Because I don't want to pronounce it wrongly. And I could just call you P. Okay. Is there a particular reason Mark is ignoring my messages? Meaning, is he doing it intentionally? Okay, let's have a look. So, Prab wants to know, let me see, how can I word this so it's unambiguous? What is Mark's plan? What is Mark's awareness of Prabha's messages? And in that card, we want to know what his feelings are and what his intentions are. So let's see if the tarot can do that. So we want a card that is giving us Mark's awareness and feeling about your messages. So let's see if we can find out. Well, I wonder if he's not doing it intentionally. See, we've got this card here, and this is where somebody is really, there's no malice here, first of all, Prabha. There's no malice. There is no negative intent, and there is no blocking. But what there is somebody who's really sort of looking ahead and very focused on something they find quite exciting. The Page of Wands is it's a very fizzy energy. It's very curious. It's very engaged, and it's going, I wonder if this could happen. I wonder if this could happen. So I wonder if he's just distracted, Prabha, or if his attention is on something else that really has his, energy caught. So I don't think he is doing it intentionally. I don't think it is personal to you. I think he's otherwise engaged and focusing probably on something else entirely. So Okay. So I asked what you should do, because it doesn't tell you what you should do. It didn't ask what you should do, but I'm gonna ask anyway. You got the Five of Swords. So the Five of Swords is, don't carry negative energy around this. Don't imbue hurts from the past into the situation, and don't carry any resentment from this situation forward. Okay, because what this is a bit of baggage from the past here, or a bit of past stuff in play, and it's telling you that you've got to let that go, right? That's not going to help you, Prabha. It's not going to assist the situation at all. So I don't think it is personal, and I think you should just either hold the space or move on, or just try again in a while, but don't carry stuff, right? It's not gonna help you. Good. Okay, Deventia. So I did already take you a card. Okay, I'm going to do one more for you, Deventia, and that's kind of it, because really we're only supposed to have one per session. All right. So guidance to Deventia about their career in the light of the fact they're doing a PhD. Guidance about their career. Now that's really interesting, isn't it? Because you've got the High Priestess here, and the High Priestess tells you that this is an internal journey for you. It's telling you that whatever you are searching for words here, whatever you kind of intuitively believe to be true will be true. So if you really feel something that you really have a feeling about it, and it's like, I just know, it's telling you that this is going to play out, because what's at play here is what's in you. So your future career will play out dependent on what your beliefs are and what your subconscious is telling you and all of that, and that's what's going to play out. So if that's a good picture, then I think you should be very confident. If it's not a good picture, then I think you need to do a bit of work on that, because this is really calling the shots, right? Whatever your intuition's telling you, whatever's coming from down there, that's what's going to play out for you in your career path. So this is not a fixed route, and you are part of it. So that's good. It's good if you can really get conscious of it. Important to get conscious of it. Okay. Good. Okay, Stephanie, I'm glad that was helpful. All right. Good. Okay. I have been carrying unnecessary and negative energy. Nope, I don't see any bad blood between you either. I don't think there's anything negative going on between you at all. So that's good. Okay, so I must just have a quick look, because I have some questions here that I also have to get to. I have a question for Deepak. Let me put this in the chat. This is for Deepak. And he wants to know what is okay. Oh, typing, Janice. Wow. Okay. Oh dear. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to hide that and type it again. It's not a good thing, is it? If I was interviewing me for a job, I would be very doubtful about my usefulness in an office situation. Okay, let's do this again. Deepak. What is wrong? No, my typing certainly can be. Oh, and I've got Deepak. What is wrong with me tonight? Okay, it's Deepak, everybody. Deepak. I know you're Deepak. You're not Deepak. Just forgive my awful secretarial skills. Okay. Deepak. What is blocking Deepak from being successful? So let's see if we can help. Let's see if we can help Deepak. And what's really nice, if you're on this call with me, if we can all hold the space for everybody that we answer a question for. So that's quite nice if we can all kind of like, ramp up the energy and really push some positive vibes towards everybody that asks a question. Because I tell you what, when you ask a question, you're making yourself somewhat vulnerable. Because A, you don't know what the answer is going to be, and B, it's kind of public. So let's all just hold that space for everybody, right? Because everybody who steps up and asks a question, they deserve our support. Okay, this is for Deepak. Okay, interesting. We have another Fool card. So what is blocking Deepak from being successful? The Fool. So basically, Deepak, there are going to be points here where you're probably just not willing to take a risk. And I mean, I'm going to presume there are things here that you probably haven't started even, because the Fool is unrealized potential. And when the Fool is blocking you, right, the potential is not being realized. Okay, so either you're not taking jumps, or you're just being really spontaneous and just sort of taking a jump but not developing things. So this tells you that all the potential is there. You've not only got to jump, but you've also got to follow through. And that's really important. So those two things are inherent in the Fool card. So we have to take this leap, and then we have to do the hard yards afterwards, because the leap in itself, as we said with Maren, does not carry any guarantees within it, but nothing can happen until you do. So you have to take the jump, but that's not in any way the end of the story. That's just the beginning of the story. Nothing is developed from there. So nothing is being developed, Deepak. Everything's, you're just playing it. Either you're playing it safe, or you are playing it safe, because even if you're taking a jump, you're not taking the risk of carrying on. Perhaps it's just easier to just keep jumping, right? Maybe that's what's happening here. But take that and see how that applies to your situation, and see if that shines a light on how you could perhaps tweak differently. All right, hope that helps, sweetie, and I hope it goes some way towards making up for my terrible typing. Okay, that's good. Who else do we have? We've got Marco as well. Okay, well, this is a little bit cryptic, but that's okay. So Marco is not telling us what the context is of his question. It is just a straightforward, he knows what he means. And so we're going to We're going to refer the energy back to what Marco is referring to. Okay, Marco wants guidance around giving up. Let's have a look. Well, no, Marco, I don't think you should give up. Because this is the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is where we are caught up in disappointment. Now, it's interesting, isn't it? Because it really depends on, I'm sounding like I'm fudging here, but nevertheless, the Five of Cups is telling you that you can't sit with disappointment. You have to move on from it. So only you can decide whether or not this is worth continuing. But what you shouldn't give up on, Marco, is the top line. So let's just say if this is something that has, to all intents and purposes, actually ended, right? Say this is a relationship reading, and we've got the Five of Cups. So what this is telling you is there's been a lot of sadness, there's been a lot of disappointment. So what it's telling you is don't give up on you. Don't give up on your dream. Don't give up on what you actually want. It might well be that it's just the way you've been going about it, or the vehicle, or the person, or the method, or the route that you've been choosing has not been working out right. It doesn't mean that your ultimate goal is wrong. Okay, that's really important. So obviously you don't tell me the context of this, but I think the answer is give up on something which is dead, properly dead, which you feel that you want to give up on. If you'd like, I just don't want to do this anymore. It's just killing me. But don't give up. Don't actually give up on life. So we have a bigger picture here, shouldn't we? If this is a career path, it might tell you, you know what, look for other routes. If this is something you love, don't give up. Take your disappointments, grieve them, and keep going. All it's telling you is don't let loss and sadness make your decisions for you. Don't let the emotion make your decisions for you. You've got to step back and you've got to look at what your next steps are and what is powering you and fueling you towards the thing that you actually want. Don't compromise. And that thing can't be a person, by the way, sadly. It has to be the bigger picture. So I hope that helps, Marco. It was a big question for one card, and obviously we had no context. So I hope that helps a little bit. Interesting, very interesting. Now I've just had hold on. Was that an email? I've got a WhatsApp message here from Alexia. Hold on. Okay. So Alexia, there's a lot in there. Alexia is moving, and she's worried about lack of support. And she's going to have a newborn. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. Right, so this is Alexia. Okay. Right, so let's put this up on the screen. Okay, so Alexia, so let's have a look. She's worried about lack of support. She's going to be a new mother. and she is moving to a new state. So let's take guidance for you, Alexa, as to how you can, what you can expect, what you should best do for the best result. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so you've got strength, which tells you it isn't going to be easy, Alexa. Let me show you the cards. So here's the life code version of strength, and you'll be happy to see that it's quite a badass kind of card, isn't it? And what it tells you is that it's important, and you asked about alignment in your larger message. You asked, how can I be aligned? This is how you can be aligned, because this is exactly what this is talking about. So it's talking about aligning your energy with what you want to create, aligning your energy with the goals that you're setting. Okay. Strength in tarot comes after the Chariot, and the Chariot is where we're setting a course to go to a place, do a thing. We've got goals. We're not going to be distracted. Strength is the mirror image of that. Strength. So the Chariot is the external expression of will. Strength is the internal expression of will. So this is where you are unmoved by disturbance. You're going to be fine, Alexa. You're going to be fine. You're going to have to just tough it through, sweetie. But it isn't going to be terrible, because we don't have the big stress cards in there. We just have you being strong. That's all we have. We have you being strong. And we have a message here that you are quite capable of doing it. It may not be easy. It may not be simple. And it may not be comfortable. But it won't be a disaster. It won't be traumatic. And it won't be not doable. So you're going to get through this. And it will be okay. And also, I don't think you're going to be entirely on your own with it. Not the Hermit, after all. I think it feels doable, because probably there'll be a little bit of support. There'll be some. I don't think there's going to be as much support as you would like, because this is still quite, just really having to really stand there and do some hard yards. But that's okay. It's not doable. So you're going to be okay. Don't be worried, Alexia. I think that's the most important thing to say here. Don't be worried. You'll handle it. Even if it's not easy, you've got it, right? You've got this. You'll be okay. So, stand firm, sweetie. Don't fear that you won't be able to cope. You will. You're going to be okay. I promise. Good. I hope that helps a little bit. Okay. Who else have we got? We've got Gemma. There's another contact message. We have Gemma. Gemma wants to know, will Mark good. Perfectly typed. Hope you're all impressed. Okay. So what have we got? Now, this is for Gemma. Gemma wants to know, will Mark get back in contact? So, okay, what should Gemma prepare for regarding receiving contact from Mark. I'm not sure, Gemma, that you should expect anything anytime soon. Because I think this situation, as we said in the previous time this card came up, this is a stabilized situation. And actually, do you know what, Gemma? I think it's for the best, sweetie. I really do. Because if we take this card as guidance, it's telling you things are in a decent place. Things are good. Things are stable. I wonder if Mark got back in contact. Maybe that stabilization would be slightly out of kilter. So I think probably not, but I think you should see that in a positive trajectory. I think this enables you to build on this stability and to keep everything nice and calm and solid. And it's like we're getting everything to a place, right? It's like a milestone. We're getting to a place where everything's okay and there's nothing to worry about, right? So Gemma, I think you should lean in to that and not expect any contact from Mark anytime soon, and lean into the positives that I think that probably invites. Hope that makes sense to you. And we have Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Lovely to see you. I always love your outfit in your profile picture, Sharon. You look like something from My Fair Lady. I think maybe you're Audrey Hepburn at the races, looking awfully glamorous and elegant. Anyway, looks very beautiful. Okay, Sharon, let's have a look. You can indeed have a card. So a guidance card for Sharon. See, that's a lovely guidance card. I love that guidance card. One of my favoritist ones. So this is the Page of Wands. And the Page of Wands, we just had this a few minutes ago. It is a card of excitement and curiosity. It's very future focused. It's a page. So it's learning about what's possible. So because it's Wands energy, it's fire energy. And so what we're doing is we're learning about possibilities in the future. We're learning about what we might do that might challenge us a little bit, that might excite us a little bit. It's telling you to make plans and to just challenge yourself a bit. So there's a little expression that I always use to explain the energy of this card, and it's this. It goes, could I? Could I? Could I? That's what your advice is, Sharon, to go, could I? Whatever that is that makes you feel like that, that's what you got to do, okay? That's the energy you got to lean into. So it's a little bit scary, tiny bit, little bit, not completely out of your comfort zone. It's not making you back against the wall going, oh no. No, it's actually making you go, do you know, that would be awesome. Do I dare? Because it would be awesome. That's what we want to lean into, awesome. Okay, that would be awesome. There's your guidance. That's what you've got to start looking at next, Sharon. What would be awesome? What could you do that would be awesome? As a prescription, that's not too bad, is it? I think somebody's telling you to find something awesome. Excite yourself. The other energy around that card is about being delighted with yourself. How many people here have dared to do something that makes them delighted with themselves? To do something which makes you go, do you know what? I'm awesome. I did it. This is so cool. That's your Page of Wands energy. And doing things that make you delighted with yourself is fantastic for your energy. Really fantastic. If you're looking to raise your vibration, you go do that. It's going to really work. Fizzes it up. Gets it zhuzhin. Okay, so we've got Angie here. Okay, Angie, let's have a look. Angie, okay, I am business. I have guidance. Yes. Yes, you can, Angie. There. So Angie is starting a new business and Angie wants guidance, presumably how to make it successful. Hello, Jay. Lovely to see you. Okay. So, Angie, let's see. Okay, so Angie's starting a new business. Can she have guidance around that business? Okay, well, that's pretty straightforward, isn't it? We have the Emperor card. And the Emperor is emotional regulation in order to get the job done. So it's very self-disciplined. It's telling you the right systems have to be in place, the right structure has to be in place. And it's telling you that it's really important not to be emotional about it. The Emperor is the CEO. He's the boss, Angie. You've got to show up as the boss. And that's really important. So whatever this is and whatever your reason for starting the business, you've got to be incredibly disciplined and very focused and very non-emotional about how you're going to set it up and how you're going to get it moving and how you're going to get things in place. Okay, very important. And if there's anyone else involved with you in that business, you must make sure you're in control because you have to be the boss and you have to have boundaries and you have to set rules. Okay, very, very important. So that's how you get this business off the ground, Angie, and that's how you make it work. I hope that's helpful, sweetie. It's a pleasure to see you too, Jay. I'm very well. Let's have a look. I have driving lessons on Thursday and I really need guidance. Help would be appreciated. Well, let me see what I can do. It will be my pleasure. Okay, so Jay wants some guidance about the driving lessons. Okay. What should Jay need to know about making the lesson successful and confident? Patience. Patience, Jay. Interesting, isn't it? I wonder if the lesson will be delayed. Taking a bit of a punt on that, but That's quite interesting, isn't it? It's telling you patience, and you have to, in a way, accept the situation as it is. So I wonder if there'll be a delay on that lesson on Thursday. Interesting. I mean, if me in my Mystic Meg hat is not correct, and it does indeed go ahead, it is telling you that you're going to need patience in the process anyway, and you're going to have to accept things as they are, and really just allow things to be. So don't struggle, Jay. It's really important you don't struggle with it. Okay, you've got to. It's a question of being quite zen and allowing things to play out as they're going to, because ultimately the Hanged Man tells us our perception changes as we go through a process. So you are a mystical godmother. Oh, look at that. I shall be summoning up crystal coaches and 6 white horses out of 6 white mice. That's all right. Let's see what happens, Jay. Let's see what happens. Okay. So, oh, look, let's do this. I have one here for Barbie. This is Barbie. And Barbie is asking an interesting question. Okay, here we are. Okay, Barbie. Right, so Barbie wants to know if she's good enough to be successful. Now, this is an interesting question, isn't it? Because it's one that affects quite a lot of us. Am I good enough? Okay, Barbie, let's have a look. Let's take some guidance for you around, is Barbie good enough to be successful? Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords is a tough love card. And do you know what? I don't think it's about whether you're good enough, Barbie. I think it's about whether or not you are prepared to tough it through. Because whatever it is you want to do, whatever this is angled at, looks to me to be a bit of a, it's not easy. So there is going to be judgment involved, and there is going to be rejection involved, and there is going to be, an unsympathetic environment. And being good enough is not what it's about. It isn't. It's about the way you see yourself in the environment, because this is telling you that this is tough love, and it's not. Yeah, it's not about good enough. It's about how you respond to what is dished out, probably as a norm in this environment. Now, let's just say that I don't know for sure, because Barbie hasn't said, but let's just say this is one of the creative arts. Often this is a sort of question that comes from that area. And so let's just say it could be acting, it could be music, it could be whatever it is, or it could be, it could be 2D arts. Basically, what this is saying is that you've got to do it and know that you have something to bring to the table, and be prepared to tough that through. Because if you let other people tell you whether you're successful or not, you won't be successful, Barbie. It's not for other people to tell you whether you're going to be successful or whether you're good enough. You know, I saw a documentary on Barbara Streisand, and it was so amazing because do you know how many people told Barbara Streisand she was too ugly, too useless, terrible actress? She was never going to make it. She was never going to have a career in theatre or in any way. It was not possible for her. She wasn't good enough. That's what they said. Repeatedly, they said she wasn't good enough. But she didn't really care. She just wanted to do it. And she just kept on doing it. And she found her way. Barbie, it's not about whether you're good enough. It's about whether you're prepared to just do the hard yards, darling, and just tough it through. Because you know you've got something to give. You know it, and you're going to just keep going and keep going and keep going. It's tough. It is really tough. It is not sympathetic to you. And that is hard yards. But the good news is you can just put the good enough aside because it isn't a thing. Your mystical godmother has spoken, Barbie. I hope that was okay. I hope that wasn't too tough. Yes, Jay, good luck with the driving test. Absolutely. All right. What else do we have here? Right. We have Millie. What is my spiritual message? Okay, we can do that. Okay, Millie, this is for you. Good. I like that, John. I'm going to put that up. Perfect. Fail is an acronym of first attempts in learning. Good job. Good job. Like that a lot. There you go. That goes out to Barbie as well. Barbie, that one's for you too. Okay. What are we doing? We are doing Millie. There we are. There's Millie. Millie, what is my spiritual message? Okay. Merely your spiritual message is to just be really practical. Okay. This is about just doing what you've got to do. Just be really down to earth. The Queen of Pentacles is a lovely card. I think we had that last week for Alexia, didn't we? That's right. And it's just a very nice down to earth card. It's telling you that it feels like it's a bit of a compromise. It feels like you're not quite there yet, but it's important and it's good. Just do what you got to do. Take care of business and all will be well. So now is the time to just be practical and just take care of what you got to take care of. It's okay. Now is not the time to panic. You're not stuck. You are in exactly the right place. You just got to do the thing. Whatever it is you need to be doing, you got to do that, and then you'll get to the next stage. All right? I hope that's okay, Millie. I hope that helps. That was fairly simple, wasn't it? Phew, it's quite a relief after the last one. Okay. What else have we got? Oh, we can do this one for Craig. Craig wants to know, what is the truth about Callie's feelings for me. Oh, typing again, Janice. Never mind, you know what I mean. So this is for Craig. Craig wants to know, what is the truth about Callie's feelings for him? So let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Let's just say it's desire-based, Craig. It's the Ace of Wands, which is primal urge, sweetie. Oh, need a fan to fan myself. I think Callie feels very attracted to you, Craig. I'm not sure how emotional it is, if I'm honest. I think she really enjoys your company. I think she really enjoys spending time with you, in whatever capacity that is. What I don't think she's doing is seeing it inherently romantically, okay? And I would imagine, based on this card, it's telling you that it's going to be fairly, it'll just be when she feels inspired to do so. So I would imagine what you're not experiencing here is anything stable. I think this is probably just somebody who probably, I don't know, gets in touch when they want to, or when they just feel inspired to do so, or they just kind of do it in the moment, right? So Craig, I don't think you can see Callie's feelings as being particularly deep. I think it is based on desire and fun and probably sexuality and all the stuff that kind of lights her up and makes her feel great. I don't think it's going much deeper than that. So you'll have to have a think about that and decide how much that resonates with you, Craig. I say, gosh. Okay, well, that was up close and personal, wasn't it? All right, what else have we got? We have got, this is interesting because this is very similar to your question, love. So this is Zoe. Zoe, what is a Okay, here we go. So this is Zoe. What is blocking me from finding love? Well, if you came on the call, Zoe, you'd find love because she's in the chat. And all will be well. Can make each other happy. Okay, I'm being silly. Okay, Zoe, I'm taking this seriously. What is blocking Zoe from finding love? Let's have a look. Okay. Okay, so Zoe, you've got the Page of Pentacles, and that's really interesting because what's happening here is that you're potentially stuck in student mode when it comes to relationships. So this is where you are. Well, the Page of Pentacles is the archetypal student, and they're doing things for the experience. They're doing things. They're learning. So they're halfway between a page and a knight. So they're taking action, but they're taking it to learn. Okay, and this is what's blocking you, because you're not turning into the next version. You're not moving on to the next version. You're not perhaps developing. You're doing perhaps, entry level relationships. Maybe you're seeing people just because, well, why not? Why not? As well, it's fine. I just do it. It's fine. You're not building. There isn't any vision in it for the future. So I think it needs perhaps a little bit of a rethink about who it is you're actually dating, and the premise that you're choosing your partners from. And it could be, see, I'm going to take a bit of a punt here, and I don't know if this is true or not, but it feels like it might be. There's something about this card. This is the messenger card in tarot, and this is where, if someone's going to be sending a message, it often comes up as the Page of Pentacles, because it's a message we're reading, because it's reading, studying. So I wonder, Zoe, if you're getting caught up in the whole messaging deal, and talking to people online is not finding love. It's very theoretical, all of this. It's learning, it's studenty, it's not developed. So I wonder if what this is that you're talking to people online, messaging, and that's going on for too long, and it's not actually taking its place in the real world and becoming the next level. That's the point. It needs to be the next level. So if you're caught up in endless texting and endless messaging from dating sites, and it's just never turning into an actual real life relationship, that's what that could be referring to. Either way, it needs to move on to the next level and start getting a bit more boots on the ground and kind of really building to what you actually want. Oh, that was interesting. It was an interesting card, wasn't it? Well, the chat has gone very quiet. Are you all sitting in stunned silence, or have you all gone off to watch the tennis? I thought it might be really quiet tonight, because I thought everybody's going to be watching Wimbledon. And I shall be here. On my own. Okay, what have I got? I've got about 3 more on my list. So I'll do the ones on my list, and then if the chat still stays quiet, I'm going to go and have a small glass. Oh, thank you, Maren. I'm glad. All right. So what else have we got? We've got Aussie. Aussie. That's interesting. That's an interesting question. Okay, so Aussie wants to know, why is Fiona avoiding me? Okay. Why is Fiona avoiding me? Okay, Aussie. Let's see if we can find out. I mean, we're presupposing that she is avoiding you. We don't know that for sure, do we? She might be. Okay, so let's ask. What is Fiona's view of contact with Aussie? Fiona's feelings about contact with Aussie. Okay. So again, we've got the same card. How interesting, the Page of Pentacles. So in answer to this question, what we've got is she's just not, I think she's just not serious, Ozzy, about this. Is this again, we have a studenty card here. And I mean, I would ask you, Ozzy, what was the content of your last message? Have you been messaging her a lot? Whatever this is, she's not comfortable with the messaging. I think she's not comfortable with the messaging. She's not comfortable with the experience that you have been delivering, my love. And it's like, so she's sort of going, well, I'm just gonna do this other thing. There's nothing negative in it. It's not negative. It's just it's almost just distracted again, but it's not distracted in like we had before. It's just distracted, and I'm not gonna be doing this. She's just learning about how it's done, and it's all a bit, it's not serious. She's not serious. It's not, again, we've got a page that's not going, there's no depth to this. So when I asked her, how she felt about contact with you, this is it's quite surface, really, and quite small. So if you think she's avoiding you, it's just because she's just not tuned in. She's not paying attention. She's just not being there. She's just looking at other things. She's just interested in other things. That's all, Ozzy. That's a bit tough, isn't it? I get that, but that's what I think is going on. I don't think there's anything inherently negative in there, only that I don't think she's giving you the attention or the interest that I think you would like. That's what I think is happening when I look at that card. That's how it feels to me. Okay. Well, that was a little bit tough, love, wasn't it? John Clark. That's quite funny, John. Well, you can get a mortgage or you can buy strawberries and cream. Mortgage will be cheaper. Probably will. Gosh. Has anyone been to Wimbledon? Anyone been to Wimbledon? Oh, Karen. Hold on. Would you do a video on the court cards? I did, Karen. I did do a video on the court cards on the channel. I'm pretty sure that I did. I'll have a look. I'm pretty sure that I did do a video on the court cards. I've been doing a lot on the court cards in the membership. And so I may be misremembering, because we've just got to the end of a great big months and months of each section, and now we've just done an overview. So that might be why I'm remembering that wrong. Karen A will be able to tell me. Karen A, did I do a video on YouTube about the court cards, or was it all just in the membership? I can't remember. Anyway, I'll have a look, Karen. I'll see what I've got. I get confused about what I've done where and when. So let's have a look. Karen, oops, let's take Ozzy off. Oh, Karen, I'm not sure. I think it was all in the membership. Oh, okay. All right, well, let's see. Let's see what I can put together. I'm sure I can do something. Thank you, Karen A. I knew I could rely on you, darling, to remember. John. So John Ranad John ran a half marathon on Wimbledon Common, and they had wombles around. I would be one of those wombles, John. I would be wombling while everybody else was running a half marathon. I would definitely be wombling. As running go, as runners go, I make a very good womble. It's very sad. I'll see what I can do, Karen. See what I can put together. Okay. All right. So what is it? Let's do one more. Okay. I've got a couple here. I've got Anya. Ooh. Let's have a look at Anya. Okay. Okay, so Anya wants to know what she should do about Philip. Anya wants to know what she should do about Philip. Okay, that's quite cryptic, isn't it? Advice to Anya about Philip. Okay, let's have a look. Advice to Anya about Philip. Oh, well, we've got the 8 of Wands. So, Anya, I think you should maybe lean in. I mean, the 8 of Wands is energy in motion. It's escalation, move things on. It's energy in motion, energy that is building a trajectory. So I would say take some action, do a thing, lean into the energy, Anya, and, you know, throw the guy a bone. I mean, just do something. Whatever it is, I think you should move things to the next level. That's what that's telling you to do. Move it to the next level. Take action and do something. Do the next thing. Push the energy in the direction that you feel it's going. So if that is positive, move towards it positively. If you can feel the energy with Philip not going in a particularly positive direction, if it's maybe heading out, not heading in, then lean into that. Lean into that, hurry it along. That's what it's telling you to do. Hurry it along. Whatever it is, push it, right? Don't sit on it. Don't leave it be. Follow the way the energy is moving and push it along. I like that. That's cool. Very nice. That's very good. All right. So, okay. I think I beat Great Uncle Bulgaria. Well, John, you see, you may have beat Great Uncle Bulgaria, but I'm going to tell you that Great Uncle Bulgaria could probably have beaten me. So I'm so terrible at sports. I am absolutely terrible. My husband had a younger brother who is sadly no longer with us. He had some physical problems. And many, many years ago, when we were first together, he wanted to play tennis. This is a guy who has some physical disability, not extreme, but a bit. And he still beat me at tennis. This is how challenged I am at sports. I have no hand-to-eye coordination. I run like a womble. I can't catch a ball to save my life. And when I was in secondary school, I had a very sadistic PE teacher who decided to put me in goal defence. Now, most of you guys have never met me in person, but I'm going to tell you, I'm smaller than the average Womble. I stand about 4'10" tall, so I'm quite a little bear. And so she put me in goal defence, and the captain of the other team came bounding along, bouncing the ball, and levered herself up on the top of my head and scored a basket in the goal that I was supposed to be defending on. This is my sports story, guys. So, sharing that with you, so you know. Everyone, in fact, when they go up to blood, so that sounds actually quite scary, John. I find that quite disturbing to read. I'm not sure we need to go any deeper into that picture. Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you. Yes, other qualities. Well, it's just as well, isn't it? Because I tell you what, if my life depended on any kind of sporting abilities, I would be a sorry person indeed. Oh, was anybody else here last? That person who was chosen last. Oh, well, thank you, John. Now you're just being sweet. I had a friend at school called, well, there was three of us. There was me, and there was Alison, and there was Anne, and we were all really crappy at sports. But Alison was slightly less crappy than Anne and I, who were equally as crappy as each other. And when they were choosing who was going to go in which team, they would, the captains of the opposing teams, when it was the three of us left at the end, they'd always get, oh, Alison, we'll have Alison. And then they would argue about which one had to have either one of us. They would literally argue because we were both so terrible. We were both a liability. It's a shame, isn't it? Right. I'm going to go. Thank you, Maren. Spiritual people are a bit uncoordinated. Well, maybe that is true because we're a bit dreamy, you see. We don't like nasty plastic things heading towards us at a vast rate of knots. It's not fun. When I was supposed to be catching, I'd just go, ah! Just like being attacked. Anyway, all right. So that was fun. So I will see you next week. I'm still trying to figure out if I can get somebody else to come and co-chair and come and do this as well. Yes, well, thank you, Maren. I'm glad it's not just me. It would be nice to have somebody on, maybe just on the odd occasion, just to come and, so you don't have to listen to me wittering on for an hour and a half or so. But let's see if we can find a guest as well to come and add another flavour to the reading as well. That would be interesting, I think, for everybody. We can tag team it. All right. I'm going to see you guys next week. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And we've done some more readings. Your friends have been amazed. Well, of course they have, John. Because the Life Code deck supercharges your readings. Just saying that. They are. It does. Perfect. All right, guys. Lovely to see you. I'm going to love you and leave you. And I will see you next week. I'm always here for a reading. If you need one, just pop over to the website. You can book yourself in there. Otherwise, I will see you soon. There is a really good, for the guys that are thinking about love, I've put up a meditation. I'm going to start doing a meditation on the channel once a month. And this is a meditation about dating confidence, because a lot of the people I read for are really nervous about going back into dating. So I thought it'd be quite nice to do a confidence in dating reading. It's a little bit random, but it's for the clients that I read for who are really worried about going into that. So yes, I know, John. I thought I'd get there because thank you. I've been relying on you to say like and subscribe. So anyway, check in on the channel. So see how that strikes you, if that's a thing. Even if you're not, you know, desperately in with the dating thing, it's a really good thing to allow your confidence to build. So it's all about overcoming fear. All right, I'm going to go. Bye-bye for now. See you later. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.